Greetings to you all. Book release function of John Dewey International School Senior Secondary CBSE was conducted on 3rd April 2024. The book name is Harmony of Hearts, Verses from the Student's Soul, and it is edited by Mrs. D. Brinda, founder editor of Creative Writers Bi-Monthly E-Magazine. This is an anthology of John Dewey International School Senior Secondary CBSE Panankuppam Viluppuram. This anthology is dedicated to the creative writers of John Dewey International School Senior Secondary. This anthology could come out successfully only with the help of our correspondent sir, principal, staff members, Mrs. Shabana, students, parents. Each and every co-author has put in his or her best content for this anthology. Thanks to the publishers and their support at every stage. We are very grateful to Dr. M. Veeradas, Chairman, Mrs. Valentina Leslie, Administrative Head, Dr. G. Emerson Robin, Academic Director, Mrs. Suganya Robin, Academic Director. We thank the school principal, Mrs. S. Vijaya, for the fullest cooperation. Our hearty thanks to Mrs. Shabana for coordinating, and typing staff members, Mrs. Kavita and Mrs. Chitra, for the timely cooperation and technical. We thank Mrs. Chitna Bhatia, Mrs. S. Vijayalakshmi, Mrs. G. Kavita for rendering their valuable forewords for this anthology. They are great in encouraging us. They are a source of inspiration and motivation to all of us. We thank Mr. P. Hariharan for helping the book's success in alignment of pages. We sincerely thank all the editors for the editorial tidying up. Mrs. Chetana Bhatia, Mrs. J. Divya, Mrs. J. L. Beulah, Mrs. P. R. Kalyani for lending their helping hand in editorial tidying up. Once again, we thank all the co-authors for their contribution. We have tried our level best to make it error-free. If there is any, we humbly apologize. To err is human, to forgive divine. We will be failing in our duty if we do not thank the Creative Writers team for their earnest support in encouraging children to come up to this level by giving certificates, conducting open mic session, making them participate in Creative Writers e-magazine competition, etc. A few words about the book. This book, Harmony of Hearts, Verses from Students' Soul, consists of 104 poems from the students of 6th to 10th standard from students of John Dewey International School Senior Secondary CBSE Panankuppam Viluppuram. This is an anthology brought out by the budding poets. This is their maiden attempt. Students are tuned to think on their own and write on their own creatively. This creativity is channelized in a right manner. They have the ability to do so much. The student's mind is triggered then and there. If a spark is lit up, then they will shine on their own. Apart from learning book back exercise, lessons, they come to express their feelings, emotions and thoughts. It is kindled well in the school age itself. At any cost, we should not underestimate the talents of the students. If we give space, they will surely express their feeling well and wonderfully. Really, they can do amazing wonders. This is a sample to see their presentation. If the children see their write-up in print, black and white, they'll be overjoyed. That will be a proud moment for them. This happiness cannot be measured by any means. We are longing for their innocent smile on their face. This happiness is really big. The spirit of creativity is poured in them. It gives wings to their imagination and creativity. They fly high with whatever thoughts they get. If their emotions are suppressed, then how will they express? They won't have a chance to express at all, be it sorrow or happiness. Let's leave it to their way to express. In future, they will know how to express their feelings. Today's children are tomorrow's pillar of the nation. It all lays in the hands of the teachers to shape them in right manner. Let us not nip their emotions in the bud. May the children do as they wish. This is a product of the students. The students were given opportunity to share their views on various topics. Everybody put in their thoughts, emotions and feelings in their own creative writing in the form of fine poetry. This anthology is a feast to the mind and soul. Our hearty thanks to all those who co-authored and came forward to bring out this wonderful book. I hope this journey will continue. This book will surely inspire, motivate, and encourage young writers. I hope that this book brings joy and satisfaction to the readers, and in turn, it will surely inspire, encourage, and motivate young budding. Each poem has a flow, and it is really meaningful. It is lucid and simple in style. Poetry lovers will really read it with enthusiasm and cherish it.
This side you come.
Hard. Okay, I did half an hour work to make you motivate and write everything. Correct it. And typing, that is also big work. Okay, reading work. Then afterwards, rendering forward. Valentina ma'am, all others, they have rendered forward for this book. That will only grace the book. Grace and it will give more fervor. And at this point, if I do not thank the editors, and those who rendered forward for creative writers group. Mrs. Chetna Bhatia from Mumbai, she has edited the book word by word, line by line from Mumbai. Next one is Mrs. Vijayalakshmi from Creative Writers from Ramanathapuram. So Vijayalakshmi ma'am, thank you. The next one, Mrs. Kavita. design the book, color, the wrapper, everything. So with all the thanks to all the members, I end up here. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you all. If everybody is going to play on a different tone, the music becomes jarring. So harmony is a word connected with music that talks about peace. The output should be peace. So this book, when I was going through, it had varying thoughts. Every student's soul had varying thoughts. Some students were about aspirations. Some students wrote about peace. Some students wrote about the anger in them. There's I think about friends. There's a story about work. A story about a child in a mother's womb. So there are a lot of stories. Some students, majority I think I felt students had some negative thing in them, not in the negative, some loneliness or somewhere there was something depressing in a few of the poems also, which they have brought out. Not all poems were beautiful, not all poems were appreciated poems. So it's a very, very beautiful collection. So that's where I thought of this name, Harmony of Souls. So this book, through describing every character of the student, is bring about a harmony, a music, how the music comes out very peacefully. This book is also harmonizing the thought process of the students. So I'm very happy to be a part of this. So this academic year, I thought of introducing, we have two more new mentions. Okay? The first thing is, we as a team, we are going to work on e-medicine every month. You know what is the e-medicine? Medicine, we have articles from the students and whatever is happening in our school. So this is going to be an e-medicine. It will not be printed in paper. So I'm actually coordinating with your English teachers. So students also are interested to be a part of the editorial team. Kindly contact your English teachers. We are going to work on an e-medicine. It will be published every month. Okay? And the second lecture I was talking to Mrs. Brinda ma'am, by August, we will meet again, July 8 to August. We are going to work on a short story collection this time and a comic series. Okay? A short story collection and a comic series. So students who are interested to draw for comic stories. Maybe one student will write the comic story, another student, you know comic strips, cartoon characters. Okay, so one student will write the comic, and another student will illustrate, will draw pictures for the comics given, for the story using comic strips. So two books and one e-medicine will be the venture for this academic year. Hope you will all cooperate, and by the end of this academic year or next academic year, we will have to release two books. Thank you. Working hard. Okay, I did half an hour work to make you motivate and write everything. Corrected. I'm typing That is also big work. Okay, big work. Then afterwards, rendering forward. Valentina ma'am, all others, they have rendered forward for this book. That will only grace the book. Grace and it will give more fervor. And at this point, if I do not thank the editors and those who rendered forward for creative writers group, Mrs. Chetana Bhatia from Mumbai, she has edited the book word by word, line by line. From Mumbai. Next one is Mrs. Vijayalakshmi from Creative Writers from Ramanathapuram. So, Vijayalakshmi ma'am, thank you. The next one, Mrs. Kavita. Mrs. G. Kavita, she has also rendered forward for the voluntary weekends. Okay, so they are helping us in a very nice manner. And another one, the editing work was done by Mrs. Divya, Mrs. Chetana Bhatia, Mrs. J. Pira, and Mrs. P.R. Kalyani. They are all the members from Creative Writers Group. To bring out anything, one person cannot do. All alone, one person cannot do. With single hand, we cannot bring a clap. So all of them together, starting from Shavana ma'am, Chairman sir, Principal madam, and everybody keeping the title. And one more thing, I'd like to thank Mr. Hariharan, software engineer. It was he who designed the book. Okay, he is very much interested. Designed the book, color, wrapper, everything. So with all the thanks to all the members, I end up here. Thank you so much to everyone. Thank you all.
And significance of trees. I would like to thank Nita for inspiring us for writing the poems and stories. My teachers encouraged me to write poems. I am proud of myself as my poem has been published in the book. I am Nayanari. I started a poem writing about beauty of nature. I didn't think that I could complete the poem, but my teachers helped me to write the poem using rhyming words. After listening to Brinda Ma'am's word, I decided to start writing poems now. Thank you, ma'am, to make me write poems.
Brinda, the chief guest of this function, you are all poets. You are all here because of Mrs. Brinda. Okay? She only introduced you to poets. Alright? So I think this is the school on November 8th. She spoke to you. Okay? I invited her. She made more than 100 poets at particular John Dewey School. Many are writing poems. 3 days back, an Asian guy approached me with two sheets of poems written by her. Sir, please give forward for my poems. Okay? One teacher, she's going to publish a book on 11th of May. They are organizing a function at Salem. Many students are releasing books there. If you have, you can also release. Okay? So today, this book is released. So are you happy? So, the poetic definition was given by Wordsworth 175 years back. Okay? What is poetry? Spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. Spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. When you feel anything strong, okay? Then go home and write it down. That becomes poetry. Okay? You feel anything, suppose you see an accident, or you visit your garden, see a beautiful flower. Okay, you are impressed. Then sit there, write a few lines. That is poetry. Okay, it's a spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings. you are a girl, be ready to be called easy. I repeat, if you are rich, be ready to be called spoiled. If you are pretty, be ready to be called privileged. If you are a girl, be ready to be called easy. Who said that? Right? Who wrote this line? This line is this is not here. So, this is now in 10th standard.
Okay.
They are not here.
Present tense, that is past or 10th is not here.
Okay.
They wrote their board
Okay,
exam.
so keep writing as Chief Justice Brinda told, you can write stories also. Poems you are interested, you can write stories, you can write comics, you can draw, we will bring it in the form of a book. Okay? So, you are all talented children, you can bring out your best. Alright? I just said another thing also. You know, John Dewey, the first Prime Minister of India. He had been a Prime Minister for 17 years. Okay, when he died, one day he died. So the next morning,
Miles to go.
his health, he was sitting on the chair, head on the table, down dead. So his head went to the table and lifted his head. There was a book, a poetry. The lines, he had marked the lines. Jawaharlal Nehru, before death, underlined the lines. Okay? The book starts loudly, dogs and Nehru.
I have promises to
read. Before sleep.
and miles to
The
go.
Robert Frost lines. So Nehru, the last day of his death, he had read the poem and underlined.
Ma'am?
Okay?
Saraswati.
My promises to keep and miles to go vigorously. That he wanted to do a lot for India. He wanted to do a lot for India, but unfortunately he died on that day. Okay? So poem is very, very developed. Okay? More developing than prose. It will touch the heart. Directly it will touch the heart. So keep writing poems. We can publish another anthology poems next year. Okay? So, those who are interested, along with their parents, you can visit the poem releasing function at Salem on 11th of May. Okay, children? Okay, very happy. So, don't stop. Go on writing books. You can write stories also. We will publish a book of stories. Drawings, we will publish. Every Monday we see the paper. Then the paper, you will find at least one poem of a John Dewey from Monday. Every Monday. You will find this is on second and first Friday. First, when Niti City class 8 published book. So you have please find at least Monday and go through the student supplement. You can find one poem of a John Dewey. Why not your poem? You can write in Tamil also. You can publish in Nandani paper. Okay?
So I'm very glad to stand here and tell thanks.
This side you come. This side.
B. Nitin Kumar, grade 8. Sarika S, grade 6. Hemachandran S, grade 7. Ganeshwaran G, grade 6. University G, grade 7. S.A. Kamalesh, grade 7. Ethan C, grade 9. Kamala R, grade 7. Dhanushree S, grade 8. Rohit Darshan S, grade 6. Archana M, grade 7. Arjun B, grade 6.
Sir.
Working hard. Okay. I did half an hour work to make you motivate and write everything. Corrected. And typing. That is also big work. Okay. Reading work. Then afterwards, rendering forward. Valentina ma'am, all others, they have rendered forward for this book. That will only grace the book. Grace and it will give more fervor. And at this point, if I do not thank the editors and those who rendered forward for Creative Writers Group, Mrs. Chetna Bhatia from Mumbai, she has edited the book word by word, line by line from Mumbai. Next one is Mrs. Vijayalakshmi from Creative Writers from Ramanathapuram. So, Vijayalakshmi ma'am, thank you. The next one, Mrs. Kavita. Mrs. G. Kavita, she has also rendered forward for the Lord voluntary weekend. Okay, so they are helping us in very nice manner. And another one, the editing work was done by Mrs. Divya, Mrs. Chetna Bhatia, Mrs. J. Pira, and Mrs. P.R. Kalyani. They are all the members from Creative Writers Group. To bring out anything, one person cannot do. All alone, one person cannot do. With single hand, we cannot bring a clap. So all of them together, starting from Shavana ma'am, Chairman sir, Principal madam, and everybody, keeping the title and